Welcome to another DragonLance Saga gaming episode. Today we are continuing our Advanced Dungeons & Dragons DL2 Dragons of Flame actual play with this session 2. It is Misham Holmeswealth IV. My name is Adam. I would like to take a moment and thank the DL Saga members and Patreon patrons and invite you to consider becoming a member or patron. You can even pick up Dragonlance Media or get $10 starting up to startplaying.games using my affiliate links. Each one of these episodes double as fundraisers for nonprofits who support our active duty service members or veterans. If you care about that, if you're able to contribute, it's all going to them. It's all nonprofits. I don't see anything. So thank you. And if not, that's okay. Just enjoy the show. All right. Last time on DL2 Dragons of Flame, the heroes began their travel from the Eastwall Mountains in Solace across the plains of Abanasinia. The plains were scorched and devoid of life. Evidence of a massive force passing south inspired fear for the state of Solace as the pillars of smoke still seemed to rise to the heavens into the night. They arrived at Quakiri and found it decimated. They heard a moan and discovered an old man near death pinned down under rubble. They cared for him as best as they could, but he was too far gone. He spoke of a massive army attacking from Dragonback, something that seems impossible to consider. Then, dragonmen hiding in the town revealed themselves and attacked. They lost some of their own, but ended up capturing the heroes and delivering them to Viewmaster Toda in Solace. It seemed the dragon army took control of Solace and is using it as a hub to ship slaves down south, possibly to Pax Tharkaz. While caged, Tika, Gilthanis were thrown into the cell, then wounded Theros Ironfeld. They learned that Theros had been helping Gilthanas and that they should not seek to escape and instead exercise a little bit of patience, according to Gilthanas. They learned about the Kinslayer Wars and the Swordsheath Scroll and Pax Tharkaz from Gilthanas as well, and that is where we start today. So, as we are all sitting in the slave caravan, rumbling along, you'll remember that it was early morning when the caravan began, and it's a massive dragon army on either end of this caravan, filled with slaves from Solace. And suddenly, a wavering call rolls from the woods off to the west. Like the cry of some elegant bird, Gilthanas stiffens, brings a finger to his lips. Another call floats from the east, and now the elf responds with his own. Immediately, the caravan guards begin to shriek and whimper. The driver of the cage wagon slumps forward, an arrow bristling in his neck. Quickly, the guards at the driver's side draws his sword and leaps to the ground. A deadly arrow whistles into his breast. Sergeant Toda gallops from the rear of the column, screaming to his troops to draw arms and face the unseen foe. He barrels into the gully dwarf servant and berates the poor creature with a volley of curses.
On your feet, you pitiful worm, and cover my glorious retreat. Above all, dog, these prisoners are not to escape.
Staggering beneath his weight, Toda's horse carries him to the front of the column, where the sound of fighting is the faintest. The little dwarf climbs to his feet, muttering under his breath. He adjusts his oversized helmet and raises his fist at the direction of his master. He still grumbles as his eyes wander to the cage, holding all of you. Hoisting his dented battle axe, he moves to the locks holding the cage shut and shatters them with 2 solid blows. As the door swings wide, the little gully dwarf disappears into the underbrush. Although freedom lies just beyond the swinging cage door, the battle outside is becoming more violent. Several elven warriors glide from the darkened woods, but many of the goblin guards have rushed to the scene as well. And that is where we pick up at the very beginning of combat. Once I find the slave caravan. All right, so
Start.
What's that?
It's a good way to start.
Yeah, right into battle. All right, let me see. So the door to your cage is opened. The 2 guards in front of your caravan are dead. Both of them had long swords on them. Their bodies are just sort of laying down on the ground. So, the way initiative works in Advanced Dungeons & Dragons is we declare what we're going to do, and then we follow through and actually do it. So, what you guys are sort of seeing through the caged iron bars of where you are goblins charging back from the front of the line. So, all the goblins are to your south on the map. and they're slowly moving forward. So they're going to be moving at different ratios depending on the chaos of battle. So for them, you're going to see a couple of them moving up. I'm going to go ahead and add them to the initiative order. And initiative I have based on your current weapon you're using, the weapon speed. So initiative works where each side, the heroes and the enemies, roll a d6. Whoever has a higher number goes first. So all the heroes go in order of their weapon speed, and all of the villains go in order of their weapon speed. Just to make it, a little bit more convoluted. We declare what happens, and then we do what we had declared to do, based on initiative order. So we're going to start with initiative. Let's find out who is actually going to go first. Who's going to be the group initiative roller this session?
I can do it.
All right. Well, I'm going to roll for the baddies, and I got a 1. They were definitely caught off guard by the elven ambush.
What the?
And so were you. Okay, so when it's tied, it all just comes down to weapon speed. For simplicity, I'm just going to have the tie go to the heroes because I don't want to have to bounce between heroes and villains constantly. It just makes it a little bit more challenging. We do have a couple new faces, and we're missing a player, so I'm going to be playing some of the characters I think... Well, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we're covered with all players except for Tika and Gilthanas. So I'll play those two on your behalf as well. So let me add them really quick. Basically, Theros Ironfeld is wounded, so he's not leaving the cage. The 3 other Solace individuals, they look like they could be guards or some sort of citizen. They're terrified, and they're not going to leave their cells either. They're, choosing life instead of adventure, apparently. And so Tika is going to, as soon as she can, get out there and start whacking people with whatever weapon implement she can find. I know some of you smuggled in a weapon, but you do also see the long swords of the wagon guard and rider out there that you could claim. Only 2 people can exit this at a time. Gilthanas he's near the back anyway, so he's going to be one of the 2 for the first round that can jump out. So just looking at this in order, it looks like Tika and Gilthanas are the first 2 that can get out, and then Taz and Riverwind. So Riverwind, what do you want to do on your turn here? Sorry, I knew I threw a lot at you.
No, you're good. So you said the other character went out and started attacking?
Not quite yet. We're just declaring what they were going to do, and that's what they are going to do, is run out and start attacking.
Okay. So forgive me, I'm still learning a little bit.
Do you get out of the cart?
But yeah, I think I will get out of the cart and get ready to attack.
Okay. Are you going to run for one of the long swords, or are you just going to pummel people with your fist? Like, what do you think?
Long sword. Because I think
Okay.
I have a special advantage. Is that?
Yeah, for sure. Especially against goblins. Okay, Flint, what's your plan?
Does Flint currently have his hand axe available to him? Did he smuggle that in?
He did not. He smuggled in a dagger, I believe. Everyone's equipment that was taken from them is in the wagon in front of you that I'm pinging on the map. So you would have to break into that wagon and grab your gear.
So that should be a good priority right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Flint would probably, as he's able, would get
Look at my guy.
pop out of the cart
Mhm.
And start moving, sort of keep his head low, and kind of start moving toward where the our gear is stored in the cart.
Okay. And what's Tasslehoff going to do?
You're on person.
So the keys that he stole, they don't happen to open the weapon
This one?
wagon, do they?
There's no way to know until you try.
All right, Taz is gonna head for that.
And you didn't steal them. You just found them. Someone
yeah,
must have
the-
dropped them.
The
What?
keys I acquired.
Oh my.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
run Taz.
Click
Taz
move
gonna
around
head
like
towards the
that.
wagon, the lockpick, or work
Yeah.
some magic.
What's Tanis going to do?
So Tanis is gonna follow up behind Taz to kind of protect and try to get for a weapon either, but he's gonna leave the longsword for one of the stronger characters like Sturm.
Okay. And Goldmoon, or I'm sorry, Sturm. What's Sturm going to do?
Sturm's going to come out and head towards the place where our gear is.
Okay.
Move 'em out.
If he sees the other two, if he sees Flint and Tass hitting there, he'll just basically protect them.
Okay. So really quick,
Moment.
Riverwind, we're just at the declaration phase right now. I'm going to have you act on your initiative order here. So just hang tight really quick.
Can't hear you.
Okay. Okay. Sorry about that.
No problem. And Goldmoon, what are you going to do?
I think Goldmoon's going to come out and climb around and try to take control of this wagon.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it. The wagon in front of you or behind you?
Now, the one that we're in.
Okay.
On you.
I gotcha. And then Caramon, what's he going to do?
He would like to exit the
Moving back.
wagon and head towards the one in front, or grab a longsword if there's any available on the ground,
Right.
and then if he still can, head towards the wagon to the south in front of us.
Okay. And then Raistlin, what is he going to do?
I think Raistlin would just exit the wagon and kind of keep his distance in the back somewhere.
Okay. So exiting this is going to have to be, everyone's going to have to delay their turn until the people in front of them get out first. It's like exiting an airplane. You know, you're sort of stuck behind people in front of you. So we're going to have the first, Theros and the Solace residents are going to sort of push themselves against the rear side of the wagon itself so that you guys can all shimmy out. So first, Gilthanas is going to get out. Movement outdoors is times 10 in yards of your character's movement. Most characters have a 9 or a 12 movement rate. So Gilthanas is going to jump out and just sort of rush forward to the tent and, I'm sorry, to this wagon right here and wait because we know that goblins are rushing back. And then Tika's the next one. She's going to jump out as well and rush toward Gilthanas to just sort of help be a wall and try to take out some goblins if at all possible. So it looks like now we're at Riverwind. So Riverwind, you said you were going to rush out, and did you say you were going to grab a sword?
You're muted.
Yeah, rush out with Tika and then try to grab a sword from that wagon in the front.
So your sword is in the wagon in front, but it's locked right now, and you do see that there's two corpses of the wagon guard and the wagon trainer. They actually have a longsword each. So if you wanted to grab a longsword from there, you could do that in your turn.
You can grab it from the corpse.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I'll grab it from the corpse.
All right. So go ahead and move your token over right to here, because that's kind of where you're going to be grabbing the sword from. And then Tasslehoff, you look like you're pretty close to the back. Go ahead and move to where you were going to move.
During the game, you can't zone out. You got to listen to.
Just so you know, we can hear John, your dad.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I just want to make sure you, whatever you say, you know, is we can hear it. So yeah, you definitely, Tasslehoff, have movement there.
Okay, yeah, I'm heading, going balls to the wall.
Okay. So as you jump out and you just race up to the wagon, fumbling for those keys that you sort of handled, you pocketed, you stick it in the doorway and it does fit and it does turn.
Haha. So I'm going to open that door and grab, I kept my
So you won't be
dagger
able to
on me.
grab anything on your turn, but you will be able to unlock it.
Okay, unlocked and let everyone know, hey, found these keys. Just happened to work.
Totem must have dropped them. Flint, you're up. Go ahead and move.
All right. Flint's gonna. He is very spry, and he is most certainly a spring chicken dwarf. He is gonna book it to staying low and just kind of moving. He'll move
Are you
right
moving
up to
Sturm?
the- Oh,
So-
did I grab Sturm?
Yeah, Flint's right here.
Oh, look at that.
That happens a lot.
They do look a lot.
Is he right there behind me now?
No,
Yes.
I'll move
I got
Flint. Oh, okay, good.
I'll put. Let me put Sturm back. And then I think he's gonna move up to that harebrained Kender. And maybe to the side here, kind of wedging himself down, keep himself low. If he can, is it movement only, or can I reach in and pop open the box that was just unlocked?
You can reach in and start dragging out weapons if you want.
Yeah, I'll just start kind of like pulling things out and tossing them to the ground, the things that look familiar, the party stuff.
Yeah.
And if I see my axe, I definitely grab that and keep that in one hand.
Okay. For now, you do run across one of your two axes as you sort of pull it out. You haven't seen the second one yet, but you're just dragging equipment out and throwing it on the ground so people can pick it up on their way out. Sturm, you're up.
Okay, so we'll come out and run around this way. I don't know if I see any of my stuff or not, but
so that's Goldmoon.
Oh, shoot.
We're all grabbing the wrong characters. It's okay.
They're bunched up. It's hard.
Hey,
it is,
there we go.
Seriously. They'll spread out here in a second.
So he'll look to see if any of his stuff is there.
Yeah, you do see your Brightblade laying on the ground.
I will pick that up.
Almost insultingly. Like Flint knew. Okay, so you pick up your Brightblade and sort of wipe the mud off of it. Tanis, you're up.
Yeah.
I'm heading straight for my gear.
Nice.
That is not me. That is me. All right, do I see...
you see your bow laying on the ground. You don't see your longsword yet.
Okay, got my bow.
All right, Goldmoon.
Okay, she's going to come out and climb up in here and take the reins.
Okay, so you like push the bodies of these hobgoblins that were killed by the arrows of the elves from the forest, and you grab up the reins. Are you going to try to like move the wagon, or what's your plan?
Yeah, because I know the wounded guy's still back there, so I want to try and just get away.
Okay. So just start thinking about where on your next turn, you'll be able to try to move it. But you know there's a whole army all down to the south of you. You know there's a whole bunch of the army to the rear of you as well. So think about where you would want to go for safety's sake as well. So Caramon, you see Goldmoon jump up into the driver's seat of this wagon. What do you do?
Guess I'm gonna come out here. He's got a movement of 12, so...
So that's 120 yards outdoors that you can go in a turn.
Okay. Give it to you in feet, though, huh?
Yeah. Just to make it simple. Got to add some math.
Yeah.
So did you say you were going to be picking up a sword?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's like right here, right?
Yeah, so the swords are right here, but your equipment is actively being pulled out as well. So you could easily just go and grab your own stuff if you'd like.
I'd like to do that.
Okay. So yeah,
that's
go ahead
like
and
up here, right?
Right next to Tanis and Tasslehoff, where I'm pinging the map right here. All right, and then go ahead with Raistlin, what he was going to do. All right. So we've got all the heroes have gone. Now it's time for the goblins. So you see two of them rush forward, sort of in unison, heading directly toward Tika and Gilthana's, sort of like running, charging back behind after all the chaos of arrows flying and people are screaming. And there's just a bunch of just a cacophony of craziness of battle happening. And you see these two goblins sort of look up at Tika and Gilthana's, look at each other and just sort of laugh, muttering something between the two of them, charging with their short swords toward the front. They're not able to actually attack once they get there at this point, but they do charge forward, and their plan, of course, next turn is to attack. And then from the rear, what you don't see are hobgoblins moving in to try to stop and fight as well.
What are the two doing that are driving the second caravan in front of us?
Most of these drivers have been pincushioned by the elves, so the wagon train has to sort of stop on its own. So just assume anyone in a wagon seat, they're dead. There are other passengers and stuff at this point, but you're sort of hyper-focused on getting weapons and defending against what you're doing right now, not really paying attention. So, all right, we're at round 2. We do initiative every single round, so let's see what we've got. All right, the baddies are going first. The goblin's going to attack Gilthanas. The other one's going to attack Tika. We've got the hobgoblins in the back. They're going to be rushing forward as fast as they can to get to the heroes, dodging elven fire all the way. Now, what you're not seeing is all of the elven rescuers attacking the caravan and all of the hobgoblins and goblins fighting them off. Just use imagination, and there is an active battle scene happening right now. So when it is your turn, when it is your initiative, Goldmoon, what are you going to do?
Okay, she's going to take this wagon and she's going to take it off to the left and try to disappear among the trees.
Okay, so off into this area?
Yeah.
All right. And Tasslehoff, what are you going to do?
I still haven't... Oh, yeah, make sure I'm the right person. I still want to... I haven't got my gear. I only opened the door, so I want my stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And any other stuff that might have fallen that would be of use. That's not part of the party.
Right. Flint, what are you going to do?
I think Flint would see Tika, and he's known Tika since she was a little girl. Mm-hmm. And so I think a little bit of paternal instinct might kick in. I think he might try to kind of vault, so move up on top of the caravan and kind of come crashing down on the one closest to Tika.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Like a dwarven bowling ball. Try to knock him prone if he's lucky.
So just so you know, your action in first edition, we really only have one action. You could charge into combat, which is moving outdoors 33 1/3 of your movement and then attacking at the end of that. But other than that, it's either moving or performing some form of an action. So you climbing up top, on top of this sort of covered wagon would be your action. And then next round, you could jump down and attack if you'd like.
I think I thank you then. I think he's gonna bolt past the Kender, past Tanis, and I think he would come up and he's going to move right up to this guy then on the ground, and try to attack the one that's closest, the one that's attacking Tika.
So you can be charging into combat. You're going to get a +2 to hit when you do that. You're also going to have a -1 to your armor class, which, I mean, in this, it's actually like a +1 because it makes it 1 worse than what it normally would be. But yeah, you can definitely do that on your turn. Raistlin, what's your plan?
Where did we see the elves coming from, or did we not?
So the elves were coming from either side of the tree line, on either side of this caravan. They're sort of sandwiching in on you.
I think Raistlin would like to retreat into the tree line if he could.
Okay. On the right or the left?
The right.
All right.
East.
Yeah. And what's Tanis going to do?
So I can move and attack, correct?
No, you can charge and attack. Right now, Tanis only has his bow, though.
Yeah, I was going to step up onto the back of the cart and point blank straight down it.
Okay, so you could climb up on the back of your cart for your turn, but you wouldn't be able to fire until next round. Is that fine?
Yeah, because I don't want to fire too close to Tika. I don't want to hit her.
Right. Well, they are in melee at this point, so you would have an option. But you do, once you get to the top of the cart, you're going to see that there's more goblins coming up from the south, and there's a bunch of hobgoblins coming down from the north. So you'll be able to start taking pot shots at everyone if you'd like.
Yeah, and I have another idea too. So we'll get there.
Okay. And what's Caramon going to do?
Has he retrieved his items yet or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I think he'd like to move up around here.
Okay. So you could actually charge. Well, let me think. So Flint is going to be going really close to there as well. So you guys are just going to be sort of sandwiched in together We'll just deal with the maneuverability once we get there. But yeah, you can charge in there, and with a charge, the action of charge, you can definitely get in there and attack. You'll also have that same +2 bonus and -1 to your armor class. And Riverwind, what's your plan?
I'm going to charge the goblin on the right, the one near the elf.
Yeah.
Since Flint and...
near Tika.
Yeah, near Tika. No, but the other one on the right. And charge and attack that second goblin. Yeah.
Sounds good. And Sturm?
Sturm's gonna, if he can find the staff of Goldmoon's, he's gonna grab it and run back towards her to give it to her.
Okay, so just remember that though the token has a staff, she actually doesn't have any staff at all. She has, I think, a mace and a sling in her inventory. So he could grab those and bring them to her if you'd like.
Okay, yeah.
All right. And Gilthanis is just going to be attacking the goblin. Tika is going to be attacking the goblin. They don't have their weapons yet. They just wanted to sort of stave off the attack. And that's where we're going to start with the heroes once they go. All right, so first of all, let's deal with the baddies since they had 1 initiative. Let me grab these goblins. Sheets. All right, so the goblin is going to be just shuffling up and attacking Gilthanas first. Gilthanas' armor class is 2, which is incredibly good. So he needs an 21 to hit Gilthanas, which of course he did not roll. So he just moves up, swings. Gilthanas is just sort of like bullet timing, dodging out of the way effortlessly without any problem. The other goblin rushes up towards Tika.
Hey, little girl, want a cookie?
Brings his short sword out at her, and she has an armor class of 8. So he needed a 11 to hit. He only got a 6, so she ducked out of the way and told him he can go suck an egg. Let me see. I got to add some battle music as we're doing this. From behind, we've got all of these hobgoblins racing down. So there's no shortage of targets here. And I think that's... Yeah, that's all of them.
Still firing?
What's that?
The elves are still firing into
yes.
range of some of these folks.
Yeah, but the ones that are charging into you guys are sort of separate from all the other ones being attacked and stuff. Just a quick note on your character tokens. If you don't know, if you select your character token, you got those 3 bubbles across the top. The red circle is your armor class. The green circle are your hit points. The blue circle is your weapon speed. When you select your token, you also have a little blue dot off in the corner of it. You can grab that blue dot and position yourself to face the enemy or face whatever you want. Let's try to use that facing, because when you're in combat, it will matter. So these goblins rush forward. They don't get an opportunity to attack. The hobgoblins from the rear are all charging forward. They don't get an opportunity to attack. The residents of this cage here are rushing forward, screaming out to Goldmoon, "Don't take us anywhere! They're going to get us! They're going to kill us! Stop! Stop! Everyone just calm down!" They're trying to talk you out of action. And now it's Gilthanas' turn. So Gilthanas doesn't actually have a weapon on him, but he is going to just do an unarmed strike and try to punch this goblin right in the face, because why not? All right, so his Thaco is, let's see, 16. The goblin is a 6. He needs a 10 to hit this goblin in the face. He rolled a 14. So he just punches this dude right in the face. The goblin staggers a bit, just, ah! Who does that? And just, and sort of gets hit for a 1 hit point of damage. I don't think he has any strength bonuses now. And then Tika is just going to look over and do the exact same thing. I think her Thaco is much worse. Let's find out. Tika is rocking a 18. So the goblin is, so she needs a 12 to hit. She got a 13, so she did punch him too. She's sparring. Just knocks him right. How'd you like that, you dirty bastard? All right, so that's them. Goldmoon, you are going to be trying to wrangle this team of giant elk in order to steer it into the woods. Hopefully Sturm doesn't get run over in the process. Give me a wisdom roll to see if you can sort of control this train and this chaos. Nice. All right, I'm just going to select the entire thing here and move you as you just command this wagon train. And as soon as it starts to get in the actual tree line itself, the thick, dense foliage is going to prevent you from going much further than that. But you drive it past. The elk are sort of like stepping around fallen branches, and the trees are sort of getting in on the barding and everything. But you did move it out of the way from the combat. Tasslehoff, go ahead and do what you're going to do.
All right. So I have all my gear now, right?
Yep.
Do I see Tanis' sword?
Yes.
I want to toss that to him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hide under the cart.
You jump underneath the cart. All right, that's great.
Just going to look in, slash some, some tendons.
Nice. Friendly. Hopefully they're the enemy's tendons. Flint, go ahead and charge into battle with the goblin.
Yeah. He's going to move his... So he's facing them when he gets there.
Yeah.
He's going to move up right here. He's like, I've got your cookie right here, goblin. And he's going to attack with his hand axe.
All right.
And it's going to be, let me add the 2 for the charge. And it is the +1 against goblinoids. Is that factored in already?
No, it is not.
Okay. And so that's going to be a +3 total. Did it roll?
There you go. There it did. All right, so their armor class is 6, which means you needed a 10 to hit. You got a 12. Unfortunately, you did minimum damage, but you bring your hand axe around, slice into his arm. The goblin shrieks out with 4 damage. That kills the goblin. The blood running down. He sort of drops down to his knees. "A filthy dwarf!" and falls down dead. Nicely done. All right, Raistlin, go ahead and run to the hills. You could actually probably get into the tree line with your full move and everything. Pretty safely. Tanis, you were going to jump up onto the wagon, is that correct?
Yep.
All right, you can do that now. And Caramon, you're up.
That one I was going to attack, Flint killed it.
Right, so normally what would happen with AD&D when that does happen, it would just be like, oh, you're shit out of luck. The monster's gone, you can't attack. But there is one within 10 feet of it, so if you want to charge in and hit that one instead, I'm totally fine with that.
Okay.
So this massive human is just charging right in. The goblin's sort of looking around, realizing it's surrounded as soon as its eyes stop watering from Gilthana's punching him in the face. You get a +2 to your attack roll.
Sorry, I gotta find it.
It's okay. Nice. All right, you needed a 6. I'm sorry, it has a 6 arm class, which means you need an 8. You doubled that. You have max damage on your roll of 11. You bring this massive sword down with all of your might, and you literally just slice across his chest, and everything inside falls out at the same rate as he drops down to the ground dead. Brutal. All right, Riverwind, you were going to be charging down to attack them. You haven't charged yet, but you do see that there's other goblins here to charge out if you wanted to.
So could I could charge those other goblins instead to attack
If you'd like to, yeah.
Perfect.
Just rush past Sturm as he's wiping the mud off of his Brightblade.
Perfect. Then I'll attack the one on the left.
And you have your longsword, and you get a bonus for damage if you hit. It's basically a bonus equal to your level in damage, if memory serves. So roll to hit and let's see what happens.
So Smith.
Yeah, Smith.
There's a bunch of modifier windows that pop up.
Smith.
Did it not take it?
This is damage modifier.
And we can do that modifier afterward if you like. You could just push through.
Okay,
them.
Smith.
All right.
12 damage. All right, so his armor class is 6, which means you need a 10 to hit him. Unfortunately, you only got a 7. So you bring your massive sword down. The goblin ducks out of the way, eyes wide and just terrified that this massive 6+ foot human just charged at him. Sturm, you're up. You're going to be grabbing weapons and running them to Goldmoon. Is that correct?
Yep, that's what I want planned.
Okay, go ahead. And we are back at initiative. So, I rolled a 1.
On a ones.
What are the chances? What are the
That's
chances?
my third one. My
All
third one.
right. So there's 2 more goblins that are going to be charging up into the fray. They're going to be charging over to Riverwind because they see a whole bunch of the heroes on the other side, and they saw what happened to those goblins. The hobgoblins are going to be racing down, trying to get to y'all to attack. And then Gilthanis is not seeing any enemies on this side and seeing that the goblins are veering onto the other side of the wagon. He's going to run over, grab his weapon, and then that's on the floor and go and try to meet the other goblins over there. He won't be able to attack. Teak is going to do the same. She's going to rush over there, grab like a short sword from the goblins on the ground in front of her and use that and move over to the other goblins, but she won't be able to attack. Goldmoon, you just drove this wagon off into the tree line. What are you going to do now?
I'm going to take my weapons from Sturm. I'm going to shout at Tass, grab the discs. And then I guess jump down.
Okay. And let's see, Tasslehoff, what are you going to do? You're under the wagon right now.
I'm going to grab some discs and anything else that I might see.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm assuming, well, I don't know until my turn, so okay.
It's okay. Flint, what are you going to do?
I think Flint will, he's going to move to the other side where Riverwind dashed to. I think he probably would hear the sounds of the battle happening over there.
Oh, yeah.
So he will book it over there and attempt to, I don't think he can charge again, but
Correct.
If he makes it, I think he has just enough to get there and maybe take a swipe at that goblin right there.
Okay. So just so you know, you won't be able to attack on this turn. It's really either moving or attacking unless you're charging in first edition.
Oh, right.
So
right.
you'll just be able to move over there.
Just moving over there.
Sounds good.
He'll move into melee.
And Raistlin, what are you going to do in the tree line?
I think I kind of forgot to get my gear, so I think I should come back over.
Now that you see the enemies on this side are clear, it's a nice chance to go grab your stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to come about here and collect my gear.
Works. All right. And Tanis?
I'm gonna start picking people off. So you said the ones down here are gonna be rushing at us?
Yes. So it's really only a handful of them. So these right here, oh, you can't see what I'm highlighting. From this row up, they're the ones in active combat with you guys. They're just only a certain amount at a time.
I'll be trying to pick off this first one here.
Okay. And Caramon, what are you going to do?
I can only charge like 33% or something like that to attack at the same time. Is that what you said?
Correct, but you can only charge once every 10 rounds. So there's 9 more rounds before you can charge again. So you could move to a creature to attack them, but you wouldn't be able to attack until next round.
Okay. I'll probably move if I can get over there, like here.
Okay. And Riverwind?
After Riverwind's failed attack, he's going to try again and see if he can kill these damn goblins.
You can do it. I believe in you. What's Sturm going to do?
I'm just going to run down to this guy here. I can't get it to ping.
Like down here?
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
And take a swing at him.
All right. Well, the tie I'm going to have go to the heroes. So Gilthanis, I said he was going to be moving over here, so he rushes over. Tika was going to grab her short sword from the dead goblin in front of her and rush over as well. Goldmoon, you're up.
Okay, grabs her weapons, jumps down. Excuse me.
Okay. Tasslehoff. Oh, you can move somewhere else if you'd like.
I think just yeah. So come on down this way a little bit.
And Tasslehoff?
Do I see the discs?
Yeah, you see the sort of backpack. All you guys had your gear and stuff, and so you see a backpack sort of spilled open. The discs are showing through it on the ground.
What else? I'm gonna take the backpack. Assuming there's other stuff in there.
Yeah, there is. I mean, there's not only all of your guys' possessions. Everyone just sort of grabbed their weapons to deal with the current combat, but there's also possessions from the other residents of Solace that are also in these cages. So you're just gonna rummage through it.
The whole bag. I mean, it might as well. It just seems convenient, and it was lost, so I might as well, find it.
Okay, Flint.
Can I move as well, or that's it?
That's kind of going to be it. Rummaging and grabbing stuff. Flint.
Yeah, he's gonna and probably squeeze in right here in a kind of a flanking position.
Perfect.
Next to this goblin.
Raistlin, go ahead and move and collect your stuff. You're going to have to wrench some of it away from Tasslehoff.
I would willingly give him things.
Tanis, you're up. Okay, so
right.
Tanis, you have your longbow. Now, what I forgot to do is whenever there's multiple attacks, the first of those multiple attacks happens at the beginning of initiative. The second happens at the end of initiative. So let's go ahead and have you do your first attack now, and then at the end of as soon as all the other heroes go, then you can do your second shot.
All right, I just got to remember to do that second one.
Yeah. So you're going to be targeting that goblin.
Not a lot of damage, but...
Their armor class is 6, so you need a 10. You definitely hit 2 damage. The arrow just nails right into him as he was turning to duck the other arrows from the flank and charge forward, and he just shouts out a goblin curse. Caramon, you're up.
Oh, that's it.
Can I fit in here, or is that too close? Too many people?
You could go to the other side. You could go south of Flint if you'd like. It's kind of up to you. You definitely have the range, though, because outdoors your movement is in yards times 10. Indoors, it's in feet times 10. So you can certainly move. Riverwind, you're up. The only one attacking.
I'm gonna attack again that same goblin. Now, I do have a quick question. Do I still have a +1 hit with my longsword, or is that just because of my magic sword?
That would be your magic sword with that +1. So we'll just have to
do not
modify
have that.
for that. Yeah. I mean, the other people could, whoever's grabbing gear could grab your sword and pass it on to you. Trying to see where your ability. So it's +1 damage per level. Nothing on attacking them. Okay. So we can just subtract 1 from your roll. It's fine.
All right.
All right, so his armor class is 6. You're looking at a 10. You got a 13, even with a -1. You bring your longsword down, slash into him. You get a +1 per level in addition to the 12 damage, but that's just too much for this goblin to handle. And you slice right through his collarbone into his body. You have to kick his body off of your sword to get it back, and he collapses dead. Sturm, you're up.
All right, let's see. I don't know that I can make it all the way and hit.
Well, 33. So, I mean, you have armor, so you're probably at a 90, right? So 90 yards?
Yeah. So
So
90, that's 90 feet. Okay.
Yeah, so that's 200 and something feet. So you can definitely charge and get to him.
Okay. I was thinking 90 feet.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I know.
Yeah, so I'll run up to this guy, and I just do get 2 attacks, correct?
You do, Sturm, you do. When you're charging, you only get 1, though, because your movement is part of that. So you rush forward with your hand-and-a-half sword and slice into him. You're looking for an armor class 6, which is an 8.
That's
765 is what you needed. Even with a 1
oh.
of damage, that's enough. After Tanis sort of pinged him with an arrow, he sort of goes wide and starts screaming, "No, no, no!" as you cut him down and he drops down dead. All right, that's all of the heroes. These goblins were going to be rushing over this way, I said.
Because he's dead, I don't do the second attack, right?
Oh. Well, yeah, but you do have a second attack, and there's tons of creatures there within range. So go ahead and take your second attack and just tell me which one you're going to do.
I'll probably stay away from Sturm since he likes to block my arrows back. So that one.
Teach him a lesson. Just
No,
put
I'd
one in
rather
Sturm's
not.
back. All right, so there's 6. You're looking for an 8. You definitely hit him for 5 damage. You took that goblin out with your arrow, just precisely aimed, dropped him right on the ground. All right, so those goblins charged forward, like I had mentioned. These hobgoblins are racing down, trying to get to you guys as fast as they can, dodging a whole bunch of elven arrows the whole way. You know you have a lot more coming around, so it's definitely time to start kicking some tuchus. So let's get initiative going. Oh, wow. We are twins. This is what's happening. All right. Ty is going to go to the heroes. Gilthanas, he's going to... he grabbed his sword and came over here, so he's going to use his weapon and attack this goblin in front of him. Tika is going to just shift down. If you're within 10 feet of a creature, you can move to that creature without any issue. She's going to move down to the goblin underneath Flint. Goldmoon, what are you going to do?
I'm seeing Caramon looking kind of damaged, so I'm going to run up to him and do a quick cure wounds.
Nice. Here's something I didn't bring up, and no one has actually taken damage during this combat. You guys were in that cage for a full day before it started moving. So you could have expended all of your heals up in Solace and then rememorized everything for today. So for those of you who have taken damage, I mean, it's totally up to you guys whether you want to do it or not, but Goldmoon could have realistically, used her spells to heal you. At least to some degree. How many heals did you have left? Do you know how many heals you had?
I remember that happening, yeah.
It'd be a shame if the Kender died with those discs, so he might want to be healed.
I mean...
Yeah, I think I'm only seeing 1 right now.
Okay, so who did you want to put that 1 spell on?
Whoever looks the worst, which I think is either Tass or Caramon.
I mean, if we're looking at total hit points, it's Caramon.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do him because he's more likely to kill more of these bad guys.
Yeah.
That was the one from before, which means she'd have a new one now, right?
Yes.
So she could still potentially heal me at some point.
Yeah.
Thank you, baby. Miss your cow.
Okay, so what, a D8?
Yep, a D8. And that does not take your current spell. So just make sure you rememorize however many spells you have for the day.
Okay.
So, you got 2. It's a Band-Aid.
So that'd have been a lot for me. I'd been half.
So does that mean I add 2 hit points, right?
Yes. For Caramon, yes. She'd be at 21 now. Okay, so Goldmoon, did you still want to go up and heal Caramon for this day's healing?
Yes, I think so.
All right, go ahead and move up to him. Know that whenever you're casting a spell, you cannot move or do anything during that round. So you're going to have to wait till next round to actually cast the spell.
Okay, but I can get up here by him.
Okay. Just whispering, don't move. Stay where you are. And again, I'm sorry, we're at the declaration phase, so you're not actually doing it yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I know it's confusing with this declaration thing first. Tasslehoff, what's your plan?
I was just getting excited.
I'm going to come up next to Tanis and start picking people off too.
Nice. Flint? Okay. Raistlin, what are you going to do?
Would Raistlin have relearned any of his spells on that full day that
Yep.
we were in the cage?
No, actually, because he didn't have his spell book.
Okay. Then. Oh, I don't. We're just declaring. Sorry.
Right.
I think I'm just gonna come up around the back of the pack here. Then.
Okay. Tanis?
I'm going to be attacking. I'm going to continue to...
With your arrows. And Caramon?
Caramon is going to... he has a spear in addition to his longsword.
Mm-hmm.
Will he be able to reach this guy from where he is there?
No, you just have to shift over a little bit to hit him. I think your spear's like 6 feet or something. And... I mean, we're operating within as long as you're within 10 feet of something, you can attack it. So yeah, you could stay where you are and hit him with the spear.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. And Riverwind, what's your plan?
Can Riverwind ask Raistlin to bring the magic sword as soon as he comes behind us?
For sure.
And then could I use that magic sword to attack said goblin in front of me?
Absolutely. Yeah, as long as Raistlin agrees to do it, then yeah, for sure. He could just be a jerk. He's like, no. Sturm, what's your plan?
He's going to step up to the next one in line and take a couple of swipes at him.
All right. Okay, so more of the goblins are going to move to engage north in addition to the ones that are here for Sturm. The hobgoblins on their turn are going to rush down, and it looks like some of them are going to be able to charge in and actually attack Caramon and Riverwind at least. The other ones are not going to be able to attack. So that's what they're going to do. So heroes, we're going to have you go. Gilthanas has his weapon. So let me grab his character sheet, wherever that may be. And he's going to attack with his longsword +1. A natural 20! Nicely done. 5 damage, cuts down that goblin. He sort of looks over at Riverwind and Caramon. That's how you do it. Talking a little smack. Tika looks over. She's like, you don't have to brag. Shifts over to this goblin and attacks the goblin. Come on, Tika. What you got? I'm just going to use the dagger for that attack roll. So it's a 6. She needs a 12. She misses. The goblin parries it off. Goldmoon, you can move up to Caramon. Tasslehoff, you can climb up to the top of the wagon. And Flint, you're up. The one you were going to kill is dead, but there's 2 others next to you could attack.
I'm sorry, was it Caramon's turn? I was looking at Raistlin.
Yeah, it's Flint's right now.
Flint, okay.
All right, Flint needed a 10. He got a 14, slices into the goblin right below him, and that's all he needs. He buries his axe head into the goblin's back. He shrieks out and drops down dead. Raistlin, you're up. Did you want to pick up that sword and deliver it?
Yes.
All right. Tanis, let's do your first, and then we'll do your second at the end.
All right, I'm going for behind.
You're going for the hobgoblins?
Yes.
Which one again? I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Gotcha. Okay. Looking for a 5 armor class. Nice. Dirty 20. So 2 damage. You pin him with an arrow. He screams out, looking around, sees you up there.
I'm going to burn that with you standing on top. You just wait.
I'm going to look to Gilthanas and be like, make sure he knows it's competition on how many we can take out.
Right. Caramon, you're up.
Am I close enough to hit this guy with the spear?
Yeah, you're going to have to shift a little bit for that one. You're going to be within 10 feet of Goldmoon, though, so she'll still be able to smack you with the heel.
Okay.
Do I just move up a little?
Yeah, just move up, like what would equivalently be, 5 feet or something. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
People are screaming and dying. You're seeing goblins drop all around you. Elves are rushing in. You're looking for an 8. You got a 21. You cut him down. These goblins do not stand a chance against Caramon. All right, Riverwind, you actually don't have any enemies down where you were going to be attacking, but you do see some coming up behind you. You see hobgoblins. There are some goblins that are going to be moving toward you, but unfortunately there's no one around you to attack at this point. So if you want to move instead, I'll let you do that if you'd like.
I'm going to move up to attack the goblins coming from our flank.
North.
Okay, so these are hobgoblins, so you can go ahead and move up to those if you'd like.
Perfect.
You won't be able to... Well, did you charge last when we started here? I can't remember if you charged or not.
Did.
You did? Okay.
I did.
So you won't be able to attack this turn, but next turn you will. And finally for the heroes, Sturm. You have... well, you do have someone that you can get within reach. So let's have you do both of your attacks now. Then we'll have Tanis do his second attack before the enemies go.
All right. First one, swing.
The goblins clearly outnumber you, so they're pretty confident. And then you cut him down, and they lose their confidence immediately, screaming out, "Gang up on this guy! Help!" All right, so your second attack, you do have another goblin right there.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, man, you cut him down as well. 9 damage. Jeez.
Yeah.
Just taking names. All right, it's their turn. 2 of them were going to be rushing up, so they
Second
move
attack.
up. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Tanis, go ahead.
Now, I probably shouldn't fire... I have to fire at the same one or not, because Riverwind's kind of...
Yeah, he's sort of in melee with both of those. So, yeah, you're going to have to fire at one of them. It's sort of your choice.
I guess the one on the right, less likely to hit Riverwind.
The one on the left?
Now, from where I'm at, I'm thinking the one on the right.
You're talking these over here?
No, I meant the one directly in front of it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, if I go for the one on the left, I feel like I'm going to go right through
Okay.
it.
There's a bit of a size disparity between them, so you might get lucky. Let's see if you would hit. You're looking for a 5 or a 6 to hit.
Where the hell is my weapon?
This might be our first friendly fire of the set, the whole game.
Okay, I lost. Don't say that. It says Tasslehoff.
So you needed a 6, or I'm sorry, a 10 or a 9. You got a 7, so you ended up missing no matter what. The arrow sort of goes wide and flies off. You were a little nervous about hitting Riverwind, and so you accidentally sort of whiffed it. All right, now those 2 goblins are rushing up. This hobgoblin doesn't need a charge to Riverwind because he's right in front of him, so he's going to attack. Come on, hobgoblins. All right, Riverwind's armor class is 6, so it needs to get a 20 to even hit this dude. That's brutal. Well, he doesn't hit. Riverwind easily parries him off. This one was going to be charging down towards Caramon and attacking. Gets a +2 to hit Caramon. He still misses Caramon. Caramon doesn't even realize that someone was behind him to attack. And then, let's see. The rest of them start moving down. They cannot attack yet. These ones are going to shift and move over here. He's going to gang up. All right, and we already had the goblins move up, so that's their turn. We're at initiative. All right, bad guys are going first. So we got 2 more goblins that are going to be racing in toward the heroes. This hobgoblin is going to attack Goldmoon. This one is going to move down and attack Caramon, along with the one that's on Caramon already. Riverwind has 2 of them. One hobgoblin is going to go down to Gilthanas. Another goblin is going to attack Gilthanas. This hobgoblin is going to move down and attack Flint. These 2 goblins down here are going to move up, attack Flint and Tika. I think that's all of them. All right, we also have 2 more goblins moving up to Sturm to attack Sturm. Okay, so what is Gilthana's going to do? He's going to attack the goblins that move up to him. Tika's going to do the same. Goldmoon, you get your heal now if you want to take it. It'll fire off at the end of this round.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And Tasslehoff, what are you going to do? You're going to pick off some with your...
Yep.
Are you going to do goblin or hobgoblin? Oh, gotcha.
Hobgoblin.
Flint? You are going to have some moving up on you.
Flint's AC is down 1 if he's attacked from the rear, so it's just to keep that in mind when the goblins attack. Not that I want to make their jobs easier. Flint is going to try to... he's growing a little. He's seeing the situation turning a little bit. He's going to try to attack if he can. He's going to try to attack the one closest.
Okay. You do see them moving up to you, so you will be able to.
Yeah. I think he'll be in range, so he'll attack there.
All right.
With his
Raistlin, you see a bunch of them all around you. What are you going to do? Oh, you're muted, by the way.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
If Raistlin casts invisibility on himself, that will take effect next turn or this turn, or how does that?
It'll take effect at the end of this round.
Okay.
So you'll start at the beginning. It'll happen at the end.
I think he's gonna try to get out of harm's way and maybe come. Or no, can he get over here?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you skirt around, because you're not in melee with any of them right now, so they won't be able to attack you yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like go between Gilthanis and that one hobgoblin or goblin that Caramon is engaged or is behind Caramon. That's
Sounds
what I'd
good.
like to do for Raistlin.
Okay. What's Tanis going to do?
Continue doing what I'm doing. The hobgoblins.
Perfect.
Same ones.
And Caramon, what are you going to do?
He's gonna attack that. I think it's a goblin that's right behind him.
Okay. Just to remind you, you have 3 attacks every 2 rounds. So 1 round you get to attack once. The next round you attack twice. It's the same thing with Sturm. So you would, if you have creatures around you to attack, have 2 attacks this round. Just to remind you.
Okay.
And Riverwind, what's your plan?
Riverwind sees blood, and he's gonna attack the goblin right in front of the hobgoblin right in front of him.
Nice. And Sturm?
We're just gonna step up the next row. Start swinging.
Nice. Okay. You're just taking them down one at a time. Yep, hobgoblins are part of that damage as well. All right, so the bad guys got it, so I'm going to have them go first. The goblin moves up to Tika first. Let me grab my goblin character sheet. This is going to take a second. Sorry, guys. I've got a lot of bad guys to roll through. All right, so it's going to attack Tika. Tika, I believe, has an 8 armor class right now. So it needs 12 to hit. It got a 16. Tika takes 3 damage as the goblin strikes her. She screams out, "Ah! Where's my cast iron skillet?" The second goblin moves up onto Flint and attacks. Because they're moving less than 10 feet, that's why they're actually able to move and attack. Oh, wow, he got an 18 to hit. So he attacks Flint, slices into him for 5 damage. 2 more of these goblins rush up into the fray on their turn. Oh, wait, they were going to be attacking Sturm. So one is going to move to the side. So Sturm, you don't have a shield, do you? So it doesn't really matter if it's attacking your flank or not. Is that correct? Sturm? Oh, stepped away. All right, so Sturm is rocking a 5 armor class. Then you have 15. He missed. The second goblin attacks Sturm. and completely misses. Sturm is doing a great job of fending these beasts off. Now it's the hobgoblins. All right, we've got a hobgoblin attacking Goldmoon. If it hits, it's going to spoil your spell. I'm sorry to say. So fingers crossed it misses. Goldmoon's armor class is 6. It needs a 20. Why is it saying 20? How is that possible? Oh, because I don't have it set right.
It's okay.
That's why it says 20. Instead, it needs an 18. So it clearly misses Goldmoon. The goblin in front of Caramon attacks Caramon. So messed up. Caramon's armor class is 6, so it needs a 12. Got a 19. Caramon, you take 3 damage as this hobgoblin from behind just cuts you down. Another hobgoblin charges into Caramon with a +2 to hit. It attacks. It misses. Caramon parries it off effortlessly. This hobgoblin rushes down, charges Gilthanis. It got a 12. Gilthanis' armor class is 2, so it needs a 16. It missed. The hobgoblin that's already on Gilthanis is going to go. It needs a 16. Got a 17. Did 4 damage to his behind. Gilthanis screams out, and as soon as he can, he's going to whip around and deal it right back. Let's see. This hobgoblin was going to move down to attack Flint from behind. With his little +1 to hit. Flint's rocking an armor class of 5 now, so he needs a 13, so it missed him. And then these 2 goblins are going to be moving down. One is going to move down to Flint. Oh, they were going to be... He doesn't have room. He's going to have to squeeze in to attack Caramon. They're all trying to focus on the big warriors, but they can't attack this round. And that's all the hobgoblins except for Riverwind's hobgoblins. All right, so the ones on Riverwind, the first one attacks. We're looking for a 6 armor class, which is a 12. They got a 13. You take 4 damage from the first hobgoblin, Riverwind. The second hobgoblin strikes out at you with 18. You take 4 more. I'm sorry, you take 7 damage from that second hobgoblin. So that's 11 total damage from these beasts attacking you. And Gilthanis' turn. So Gilthanis turns around, attacks the hobgoblin that hit him from behind. Sorry, let me put on some music really quick while we're doing this. Come on, Gilthanis, what you got? Does he have more than 1 attack per round? He does not. All right, an 18 to hit. They're 5 armor class, so he slashes him for maximum damage, cutting him down and just spits on the ground at this pathetic creature he just cut back. Tika is going to bring her short sword to bear at the goblin that attacked her. You should have learned from your friends! Die! She rolls to hit. She got a 12. She needs, is it 6 armor class? It is! She hits! She does 7 damage, cutting him down as well. Good job, Tika. Perfect. And then, let's see. Goldmoon. You start casting your spell. It'll... Well, actually, yeah, this round is when it goes off, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So you start at the beginning of the round. It'll actually finish. So go ahead and roll, and we'll just have him do it now. The enemy already went their turn, so it doesn't really matter. So roll your D8.
D8.
Nice. So, Caramon, you get 5 hit points back. Tasslehoff, let's see what you got.
All right, it's time. So I guess I'm going for the same one that's right by Riverwind now.
Right. It's still a ranged attack, though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, ranged to melee now.
Eh.
All right. His is 5. Riverwind is 6. You didn't hit either of them. So it just sort of flies off into the distance. Flint, you're up. You got a goblin to your front, hobgoblins to your back.
Yeah, that antepenultimate attack from the hobgoblins did hit because his rear AC is 7, so I'm going to take the 1 point of damage That one did hit. It wasn't.
Well, I didn't do this. I didn't subtract the 2, or I didn't add the 2-hit modifier to that. So would that still?
Oh. Gotcha. Sorry. I'm gonna pivot, and in a moment of mild senility, he's gonna just scream "spiced potatoes" and try to hit that hobgoblin.
It's a great war cry. Looking for a 6 armor class.
Come on.
Nice! You bury the axe into him for 5 damage, dropping him entirely. Goblins littered all around the ground, all around all of you. All right, Raistlin, you're going to like squeeze, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, through everyone. I think you might have to move around the backside at this point, since they're all closed around.
At least he's polite.
Yeah. And Tanis, you're up.
All right. Hopefully Riverwind is fine. This is my first one, right?
Yep. Oh, natural 1. It's always a miss. So the arrow flies off into the distance. You're just getting a little bit nervous is all. Riverwind's in the way. Caramon, your first of 2 attacks. Which one are you going to go for?
I guess I'll go for this one right in front of me that I'm facing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Armor
I'm
class
going to use
5.
my longsword.
Cool.
My character... oh, there it is.
You've got this. Oh no, they're 5 armor class, so you needed a 9, and you just barely missed it, parried it off. All right, I'm going to move over to this and adjust the windows. Give me 1 second while I make my camera adjustments, because we lost a player real quick. All right. So let's see. Riverwind is up now.
Riverwind screaming of rage. He's hurt. He's bloodied, and he wants to kill these goblins.
Yes.
So he's gonna attack this goblin right in front of him.
Do it. What? Natural 20! You hack into him right in front of you, who is already wounded a little bit, and he drops down dead. I mean, you would have done... What's your level? Are you 6th level? So that's 16 total damage. That's brutal. All right. I think you only have 1 attack per round. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
And then Sturm. You got 2 goblins on you. What you doing?
Okay, now to be clear, I don't have 3 attacks this turn because I had 2 last time.
It's 3 attacks every 2 rounds. So 1 round is 2 attacks, 1 round is 1 attack.
That's what? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. All right, so this guy right in front of me.
Okay.
Bringing up that sword.
Go Sturm.
Slash.
Well, they're rocking a 6 armor class, and you hack into him for 5 damage, and that's enough. You drop him down. He screams in death. All right, Tanis, you got your 2nd arrow attack.
All right, wish me luck.
Good luck.
Performance anxiety is over. I think I'm.
We'll see. We'll be the judge of this. Oh, nicely done. All right, so 20 would have hit both Riverwind and the Hobgoblin. They're both the same size, so 1-2 is going to be the Hobgoblin, 3-4 is going to be Riverwind. So for everyone watching, whenever you're in melee combat, oh, Riverwind. Whenever you're in melee combat, it's not literally static. You're moving around actively. So when you fire any ranged weapon into melee, there is an opportunity that you might hit someone else. It's all done through ratios of size and number of foes. In this case, there's 2 people, same medium height. So actually, Riverwind would have been taller, but they're still considered medium. So that's why I did an even split of 50-50. Unfortunately, it did end up hitting Riverwind. Riverwind, you take max 6 damage from an arrow to the back. Unfortunately, you're not sure from whom, because arrows are flying all over at this point. It could have been from someone else.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Could have.
All right, Caramon, I don't think you attacked twice last round, so you get one more attack this round.
Okay, we'll go for that same one again. This one right here.
Finish him. All right, you hack into him for 4 damage. He's not down, but he is definitely wounded. You slice into him. He screams out, "Ah! You're going to die today!" Hurt. He's hurting. All right, initiative. I rolled an 8. Ignore that. The D6 was a 6. All right, so I've got one hobgoblin on Goldmoon. Another one is going to rush down and attack Goldmoon as well. We've got the 3 on Caramon. They're all going to attack Caramon. One of the hobgoblins is going to attack Gilthanas. One is going to attack Flint. One is going to attack Tika. We've got one hobgoblin on Riverwind. 2 more of these goblins are going to be moving up. So Sturm is going to have 3 goblins on him. And that's what the bad guys are going to do. Gilthanas is going to turn and attack the hobgoblin that he's attacking. Tika is going to attack the hobgoblin that's on her. Goldmoon, what are you going to do?
All right, let's see.
So we're in the declaration phase right now.
Okay, so I have a spell called Spiritual Hammer, and she's going to cast that.
Okay. Just know if you take any damage, because it's going to trigger at the end of your turn, and your turn is after the enemies. If you take any damage, you're going to lose that spell.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I should just use my mace and attack any of these guys in front of me.
That works too. And Tasslehoff, are you going to do a ranged attack?
Maybe not. Actually, yes, but I'm gonna not shoot for people that are close by. Because I got some good range, so I'm gonna go back to the ones down below by Sturm.
The goblins, okay. Flint.
I'm gonna wheel about and keep trying to punish these guys just north of them.
Nice. What's Raistlin going to be doing?
You can't cast mirror image on someone else, can you? Just on yourself.
Correct. It's just you. That would be pretty cool, though.
Yeah. I guess he'll come up behind this guy. Right there. Over there.
Oh, wow. Brave. All right, and Tanis, what are you going to do?
Oh, wait, was I talking for Taz?
That was Tasslehoff before, yeah.
Oh, I was the wrong person. So Tanis is going to fire below. Taz wants to take his Hoopak staff and whack the one right next to him.
Oh, so like lean over and smack from the top?
Like bash him on top of the head.
Nice. That works for me. And Caramon?
Caramon will attack this one here in front of him.
And Riverwind.
Riverwind's wondering who hit him with an arrow. But in the confusion, he looks at the goblins to the right, and he tries to attack him.
Fair enough. Sturm?
Run into this guy on my left and smash.
And you do have 2 attacks this round as well, so that'll be fun. Okay. All right, so I got initiative for the bad guys, unfortunately, so they're going to move. First off is the goblin in front of Sturm, so let's deal with the goblins. All right, I'm just going to pull this out and just keep these 2 out here at all times. I mean, it's going to be very difficult for him to hit Sturm, because Sturm is rocking a 5 armor class. He needs a 15 to hit him, misses. These 2 are within 10 feet, so they shift up and attack. You got 2 other attacks coming to you, Sturm. Miss. You're pairing them off with your father's sword. And miss barely. They're trying to break through your defenses, and they just can't do it. So the hobgoblin, the one on Goldmoon, attacks. Goldmoon's armor class is 6. It got a 15. It hit Goldmoon. You take 3 damage as it slices you with its longsword. The first hobgoblin on Caramon attacks. Caramon's armor class is 6. They need a 12. He misses. The second hobgoblin on Caramon attacks. You parry it off. The third hobgoblin attacks. And this one you take 1 damage. He barely breaks through your defenses, Caramon. But he gets you a little bit. All right, so Gilthanis, the one next to him, attacks. He needs a 2. 2 armor class. He misses him. The one on Flint, the hobgoblin, attacks. Flint's armor class is 6, so we're looking at a 12. He ends up hitting you for 8 damage, Flint. Brutal. And the hobgoblin next to Riverwind attacks. I skipped, what's her name? She needs to be hit too. So 6. So Riverwind takes 3 damage. Tika is being attacked by her hobgoblin. And she parries it off with her short sword. Nicely done, Tika. All right, that's the bad guys. Gilthanis is up. He is going to attack the hobgoblin that just attacked him. Come on, Gilthanis, you got this, homie. If anyone ever wants to take on another character, I would love to pass off one of these players on you. All right, so we're looking at 11. He misses. Tika wheels about, faces her hobgoblin, and attacks. Where is the hit button? Here we go. A 14. I think she hit. What's his armor class? 5. Yep. She hacks into for max damage. She buries her short sword to the hilt into this guy's stomach, and he just clutches it as she pulls it out, slicing his hands, and he just screams out, "By a barmaid!" and drops down to the ground. Goldmoon, you're up.
Is she hitting with a sword or a pan?
She has a short sword right now.
Go spin and attack this guy straight ahead of me with the smash him with the mace.
Looking for an armor class of 5. So that's a 13 you need. You got a 15. Why does it say -5?
That's
strange. So you heal him for 5 damage. Now you smack him for 5 damage. That is brutal. Well done, Goldmoon. Tasslehoff, you were going to thwack one of them, but he's not there anymore. But if you want to just jump down and hit as you're falling, you've got 2 in front of you.
I don't have a lot of hit points. I'm a little scared of that, but what the hell, right? You only live once. I got no fear.
Tasslehoff only lives once.
All right, so let me see which one I want to attack with. I guess I can hit with any melee weapon, right? So I can go with my hoop hack. I can still jump down and bash the one directly in front of me.
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a shot.
21 to hit! You jump down and just smack him, cracking him right on the back of the head for 4 damage. Can you ping the one that you were attacking?
Flying Kenders.
They're the most deadly. Nicely done. So go ahead and put yourself on the ground next to him. Flint, you're up.
He wheels and fires out with that axe again at this guy.
So you have 2 axes. If you want to do the -2, -5 to hit, you could attack with both of them.
He only picked up the one.
Gotcha.
So he picked up his axe and his shield or buckler or whatever that is. I think it's a small shield. So he's just got the one. He's gonna melee this guy. Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, you need an 11. He parries it off. Raistlin, you're up. What was Raistlin going to do again? I forgot.
Gonna come up here.
All right. All right, Tanis, you're up.
All right, so are these near Sturm? Are they the same size or is Sturm quite a bit bigger?
They're small. Sturm is medium.
Okay, so I'm going for the one right next to Sturm.
Okay.
Is that a bad idea again?
No bad ideas. Dangerous ideas, not bad. Okay, so you would have hit either of them. So we're going to have the size disparity is 1 to 2. So how am I going to do this? I'm just going to do 1. So, I mean, it's easier to hit Sturm than it is to hit the goblin because he's so much bigger. So I'm going to do 4 through 6 is Sturm. 1 to 3 is the goblin. I mean, that's still 50-50. So we're going to do 1 to 2 is the goblin, 3 to 6. So it does hit Sturm pretty healthy. 4 damage to Sturm from behind.
All right, no more arrows.
Caramon, you're up. You get 1 attack this round.
And attack this guy here.
Yep. All right, so they're 9. You just tear him apart, taking his head from his shoulders. It flops down in the body, sort of like moves around for a minute before flopping on its back. Just brutal. Riverwind, you're up.
Riverwind's gonna try to slaughter this goblin to the next beside him.
Nice. You can go ahead and face him too if you'd like. Yeah. Cut him down. Oh, all right. So he has a 5 armor class. You need an 11. So you're doing 9, 10, 12, 13, 15 damage to him. So you take his head as well, and he just drops down to the ground. The head just sort of rolls off to feed the
Nice
lawn.
knowing you, goblin.
Sturm, you're up. I believe you have 2 attacks this round.
Ready. Here comes the first one. The guy right in front of me.
Okay.
Take that.
Wow. All right, so you kill him. I mean, there's no other way to say it. You just cut him down, nearly slicing him in 2. And let's go ahead and deal with your second attack, and then we'll deal with Tanis' second attack.
All right. Turn to this one. Go. You're next.
No! Yep. 14 damage, max damage. You just cut him in half. All right, we're going to have some morale issues here. Okay, so it is initiative. Oh, Tanis, you're up.
I'm all right if I don't attack. Do I have to shoot an arrow?
You do not have to. No.
Okay, I'm
You
gonna
can
skip
choose
that.
not to. All right, let's get some initiative. I got a 3. All right, so the rest of the goblins are going to run. So Sturm, when they do, you'll get to attack the one that's in melee with you.
Absolutely.
The hobgoblins look like they're doing pretty well. You know, they got a bunch of them around them, and they don't have like a pile of dead bodies surrounding one hero. So they're going to continue attacking. We've got 1 on Gilthanas, 1 on Flint, 2 on Caramon, 1 on Goldmoon, and 1 is going to turn around and attack Raistlin. So that's their plan. Gilthanas is going to attack the hobgoblin, so is Tika. Goldmoon, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna smash this guy again with the mace. Or try to.
Yeah. Tasslehoff?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to finish him off. Run right in front of me.
All right, and Flint? You know,
I was just going to say I can take Gilthanas if you want for the rest of the session. I don't mind.
oh, that'd be awesome.
Flint is
Thank
gonna,
you.
Yeah, I can grab his sheet.
Let me make sure you can access it really quick.
Okay. Flint's going to be attacking. Whoops, got one. That guy.
Perfect.
There it is.
All right,
And
Raistlin.
Gilthanas
Yeah. Sorry,
will
go ahead.
probably attack whoever is left around him, if there's anyone left around him.
Yeah. All right, Raistlin, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna attack that one right in front of me.
Nice. And Tanis?
I have a strange overwhelming feel of guilt. I'm gonna run down next to Sturm and try to help him.
Okay. Caramon?
I will attack this.
All right. And Riverwind?
Riverwind's gonna try to run down and save Goldmoon and try to help her out.
Okay. So on this turn, you can move, but you won't be able to attack until next round.
Yeah.
And Sturm?
Step up to the next in line.
All right.
Take a
So
swing.
you know that these goblins are all going to be running, so these 3 move off. I'm sorry, these 4 move off. This one right here on you is going to be running away, so go ahead and give me your attack of opportunity. So its armor class is 6. You cut him down. You actually get a bonus of 2 as he's running away. So it doesn't matter. You still hit him. But you cut him down and he drops down dead as the other goblins all flee for their lives. The hobgoblins. All right, so the one on Raistlin first spins about and attacks Raistlin. Raistlin has a 5 armor class and needs a 13 and only rolled a 5. Raistlin brings up his staff and parries it off. Go Raistlin. Secret badass. In one of my games, Raistlin was actually the one that killed Kisanth the Black Dragon, which is pretty crazy. With the staff, too. All right, so then the second hobgoblin is going to attack Goldmoon. Let's see, Goldmoon's armor. Oh, I think it hit you. Armor class is 6. So you take max damage, 8 damage as it cuts you down.
Die, plainswoman! We already took the rest of your kind. You might as well be exterminated.
The first of the 2 on Caramon attack. You parry it off, Caramon. The second attacks. And let's see, your armor class is 6. Yeah, you parry it off. Gilthanis, the one on you, attacks. You duck out of the way without any effort. Flint, the one on you, attacks, and you have a 6 armor class. Unfortunately, it does hit. You take 6 damage, and that's all of the bad guys. So Gilthanis, you're up.
All right. Can Gilthanis reach this guy, the guy he's facing?
Yep.
Is that close enough? Great. He's going to hit him with that longsword, which I just had queued up. Yeah.
Looking for a natural 20. Nicely done. You end him. You slice him across the chest. He spins around a little bit, splattering blood, and drops down dead. Tika. Tika is going to move up and assist Flint. I've got your back. Don't worry, young man. Looking down at Flint. Tika's been doing pretty good. It's not condescending if it's just Southern Charm, right?
Yeah.
So that's 5 armor class of 13. She misses, unfortunately. Goldmoon, you're up.
Taking a swing with that mace.
Yeah! Nice! You smack him in the face. And he only had 1 hit point left. You crush the side of his face. He hits the side of the wagon and drops down dead.
Yeah.
Tasslehoff, you're up.
My kill is mysteriously gone. Am I close enough to stab the one?
Yeah, you're within range for that other one.
Okay, so we will thank Gilthanis, but
just
now
Louisville slugger him in the back.
Yep. Nope.
Oh, swing and a miss. Just goes a little bit wide. Flint, you're up.
Okay.
Nice! 8 damage. That's over what he had. You bury your axe into him. You pull it out. Blood and flesh come with it, and he drops down dead. All right, Raistlin, make us proud. What you got? All right, so his armor class is 5. Unfortunately, you did miss that one. He parries it off with his long sword. Tanis, you're up.
Alright, so I was just running down just randomly to hang out with Sturm.
Yeah.
No particular reason.
You want to go get a drink after this?
Yeah. Let me get that out of your back.
Yeah. That's weird. Those elves are really rude. Caramon, you're up.
Alright. Longsword. Am I supposed to be putting something in the 2-hit modifier or no?
No. That's only if there's extraneous circumstances here. But you can face your character to the person that you're going to be attacking. Oh no, I think you might have missed. You need a 9 and you got a 5. So you swing wide, he ducks down. These hobgoblins are looking pretty worried since their friends are all dead around them. Riverwind, you're up.
Riverwind on his run over to Goldmoon realized that she already took care of all the hobgoblins for herself, and he's gonna help out Raistlin since he got him his sword for him. He's gonna run over there, and I mean he can't do anything this turn, but he's gonna be prepared to do something next turn.
Awesome. Okay. And Sturm.
Okay, so the guy I was gonna hit is not there anymore, so I can try and catch the straggler at the bottom.
So they went their full distance. So you would, I mean, they have a longer run than you do. You have 90, I think, with your armor. They've got 12.
So I won't be able to then.
Yeah, they're going to outpace you. I just didn't move all the things off the map.
Then can I just backtrack up to the top where the rest of the party is?
Yeah, you can just move up there. That's fine.
Okay.
All right, we're on initiative. This is probably the last round of battle here. I got a 2. All right, tie goes to the heroes. So, Gilthanas, what you going to do?
Gilthanas is going to turn to face guy next to him, and he'll be attacking with his longsword.
All right, Tika's going to go to your side and do the same. Goldmoon?
She's going to do this next one right there to her right and just swing the mace again.
And Tasslehoff?
I guess we're heading back there now. What the hell? I came down. I guess I'm gonna just hang tight.
All right.
I think there's enough murder people there.
Yeah. Flint?
Flint will move up to that guy. We'll get within range. It's a little bit far away.
And Raistlin? Flint would be able to just move over and attack him. He's within the 10 feet. So, yeah.
That's what he'll be doing.
Okay. And Raistlin, you were going to attack?
Yep.
All right. And Caramon?
He will also attack.
And Riverwind?
Riverwind's going to attack the hobgoblin next to Raistlin.
Nice. And Sturm.
Sturm? Between...
You've never charged, so you could charge in if you want.
Yeah, let me do that.
All right. So these guys are all going to try to run. They're going to try to choose life. I don't know if that's going to happen because you guys go first. So Gilthanas, lead us out here.
All right.
All right. Oh, unfortunately, you did miss. Tika moves up. Thanks for saving him for me. Shifts over and brings her short sword to bear. Let's see, they're rocking a 5. She misses as well. Slippery little ones. Goldmoon, you're up.
This guy and takes a swing.
Natural 20. 5 damage. Nice. So for people watching, in AD&D, they actually didn't have double damage. It just overwhelmed the player characters when that happened, and so Gary Gygax really wasn't a big fan of doubling that. So that's why I'm not doing it in this. Okay, so Tasslehoff, you're up.
I was just chilling, so. Is there anything on the ground or anything of note that I see that I might want to,
I just start looking around. I mean, there's, filthy weapons from all of the piled up bodies.
Nothing sparkly catches my eye.
I mean, if you want to start rummaging through stuff, you'll find some steel.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to check the most. I mean, I'm sure there's a body where I'm standing, so.
So, for all of the bodies all around you between goblins and hobgoblins, you can find an equivalent in mixed change of 4 steel. Flint, you're up.
Moves right up to that hobgoblin. Trying to end this quickly.
Yes, you do. That's exactly what he needed. That's his max hit points. You hack into him. He drops down dead. And Tika just starts screaming, "Yeah! Great job, Flint!" I'm totally messing her accent up. Raistlin, you're up.
Tanis is horrified by this girl's accent.
That's fair. Raistlin strikes out. Oh, he does miss. It's parried off with the longsword. Tanis, you're up. Oh, you're hanging tight. You can move if you want.
Taz was hanging tight. Tanis is going to shoot some arrows now that there's no one in the way.
Oh, you're going to be firing at the moving goblins? Because all of these goblins are actually not there. They're all, like, fleed.
Oh. All right, never mind. I was going to start trying to... The one right in front of me, I was like, I might as well shoot an arrow now.
Oh, gotcha.
Someone else.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to return to the party.
Okay. Caramon, you got one left on you. Nice. Dirty 20. 9 damage. Takes him down. He only had 1 hit point left. Brutal. Riverwind, what you got?
Riverwind's going to try his best to slash that hobgoblin with his longsword.
Yeah. And you hit. That's exactly what you need. It was an 11. And you do max damage plus your 6. You cut this guy down. And all the combat around you is still happening. You guys are actually out of combat, but the chaos of battle is still happening with the elves rescuing. You see elves rushing forward, and Gilthanas sort of stops. It took you all long enough. What's going on here? And they just sort of rush you all out. They sort of grab you and like, if you've got everything, follow us. And they move you off into the woods. Does anyone do anything before they try to usher you out?
Maybe ask them how long they've been planning this, or...
As they're moving, like, we can talk afterward.
Let's stop the evacuation to discuss this.
Goldmoon requests that they grab the people inside the cart. The wounded guy and it, the other one.
Nice. Okay. So they start opening up the other cart, breaking the locks on. Oh, that one was open, but there's also some other refugees that were taken to slavery. So they release all of the other slaves as the elves are sort of wrapping up, finishing off the goblins and hobgoblins in this wagon train. They move everyone off into the tree line, and the wagon train, the giant elk just start wandering on their own, pulling the wagons around the road and stuff, doing their own thing. The armies are sort of scattered at this point. You guys race off into the tree line, and you're going pretty deep into the forest at this point. You know, this is all pretty new to everyone except for Tanis and Gilthanas, never having gone into the Quillency Forest before. But as you sort of move in, dawn starts lightening the woods as the last sounds of pursuit fade. The tall elf who seems to be in command calls a halt. The escaped prisoners and their escort of 24 elven warriors stand in a large clearing bright with dew and striped by the shadows of ghostly pines. Gilthanas speaks earnestly with the leader of the war party and introduces him as Porthios. Porthios then turns to the freed prisoners and says, "People of Solace, you are free from the cages of the Dragon Lords. Where you go, I cannot say, for all the land is racked by their evil. I suggest you try the south. For once past Pax Sarkaz, you might find safety in the realms of the Southlands. I'm not sure what you may find there, but the heavy fist of our foe has battered everywhere in the North Country." He turns from the mass of prisoners to the PCs. "I would ask that you please come with me through the sacred realms of Quillency to our capital of Quelanost. Gilthanas has told me something of your story. I know it would please my people to hear more." What do you guys say?
Well, I mean, of course, Tanis is in because, wants to go
home.
Lead the way.
Yeah, but I turn to the rest of the party. I'm looking for advice as well because I can't make that decision for everybody.
Right.
Lead the way.
Okay.
Flint, all in for this.
Flint doesn't trust L. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
He's like, "Which one of you did this? Can someone pull it out, please?" Sturm's like, "Yeah, me too." All right,
is it safe?
Yeah, for now it's safe.
Well, I mean, I'm asking them: is the road?
Oh, the road itself is not safe, but we will travel through the forest. Everything will be all right.
I haven't been home in a long time.
He looks at you for a second. "Tantalus, I didn't recognize you with your beard. It seems your human side has come out more.
Just shrug it off. I'm used to it.
All right, so the tall elf called Porthios leads the way through the pine forest. As dawn creeps to the daylight, a deep roaring sound thunders in the far distance. After several hours, it is obvious that the source of this sound is a huge waterfall plummeting from an unimaginable height. The path westward is blocked by a massive gray cliff of dark granite. The pines march right to the cliff base. From there, smooth stones ascend for nearly a mile. A fringe of green at the summit suggests that more forest lies beyond. Porthios leads the way through a chuckling stream to the base of the falls, where a deep, clear pool collects the outflow of the towering spume. Stepping nimbly from rock to rock, the elf crosses the pool and enters a darkened hollow that gapes behind the waterfall. Here, a steep stairway, cut from the living rock of the cliff face, begins to ascend. A curtain of silvery water sheds the light on the secret way. The path is strangely easy, turning beneath the waterfall until it finally emerges under a clear autumn sun, atop the high plateau of Quilinisty. Aspen forests shiver in the noon brightness, the trunks reflecting an ivory whiteness. The fresh, earthly scent of moss rides the air. A soft trail, spread with evergreen needles, seems to appear magically before Porthios as he leads the way further into the wood. After several more hours of providing a smooth path through the woods, the needle-strewn forest floor ends abruptly in front of a deep chasm. Rolling blankets of moss coat both sides of the 100-foot-wide gap. Billowing mists far below suggest the rapid waters cut along the chasm bottom. A narrow footbridge suspended from sturdy aspens spans the chasm. Gilthanas speaks. Quelinost is protected on all sides by such barriers, yet I fear that even these will be of little aid against the dragon armies. Across the bridge, a few slim towers appear through the aspens ahead. Now Porthios walks with a bouncing step like a traveler who sees home on the horizon. The dense aspen forest thins out in front of the spires and arches of Quelinost. The city is small by human standards, but by the same token, no human could ever build a city like this. 4 slender towers lined with silver mark the 4 corners of the roughly square city. Between each of these towers, strings of slender arches, also silver, stretch in an elegant chain. A high tower of burnished gold dominates the city, throwing off sunlight in a whirling, sparkling pattern that gives the impression of movement. Of course, the tower is quite still, but the illusion is very realistic indeed. Beyond the arches, the wide quartz-lined avenues of the city lie dappled in the strange green forest light. Many of the city buildings are made of quartz too, and aspen beams inlaid with silver and gold. The buildings are tall and slender, building gracefully from the many aspens that fill the city. And everywhere there is frantic activity. Female elves and elf children either rushing about carrying large bundles toward the center tower or scampering toward houses empty-handed. The adult males all armed and alert, graceful bows and slim longswords ready to meet any foe. And Tanis, you note that this is not normal. Elves are usually casual and free-spirited, moving about their daily lives, but this is like they're hurrying for some reason.
Something's wrong.
Gilthanas looks over to you and just sort of whispers under his breath, "That's an understatement, to say the least. The dragon armies are coming. Let's go talk to Father. He'll tell us more." Gilthanas and Porthios have been talking quietly. Now Gilthanas turns. "I know you're all tired and need a well-deserved rest. I ask that first you accompany us to the Tower of the Speaker, where you will meet the Speaker of the Suns, my father. As soon as possible, we will see you to comfortable quarters and refreshment." All of the elves are moving in general direction of the lofty golden tower. Porthios and Gilthanas start off in that direction. Do you follow?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, we follow. Oh, I follow.
As you move, Flint, you actually notice a little elf, her back turned toward you, sort of picking up a small little toy that seems to have broken on the ground. She turns and sees you and leaves out this massive scream of shock and fear. Just, ah! Her mother rushes over and grabs her and sort of pulls her away from you as if you did something, which you obviously didn't do.
Can I go pick up the toy that's broken?
Yeah.
an attempt to fiddle with it while we're walking.
Yeah.
See if I can get it fixed up again.
Kid's toy.
Stealing toys now. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you do know how to do this stuff. So yeah, you're sort of tinkling with it, and after a little bit, you notice that the girl and the mother are sort of just trailing behind, but at a distance. About the time you get to the tower, you've actually put this thing back together.
And I just sort of set it on the ground and sort of harumph, look at the little girl and the mother, and then kind of like turn back and start walking with the group again towards the tower.
The little child sort of rushes up and grabs her toy and sort of moves it around in her hand, seeing how it's fixed, and looks up at you and turns back to her mother, and her mother sort of nods her head, and the little girl charges towards you and sort of leaps and gives you a big hug around your broad shoulders and just whispers, "Thank you so much." And then she sort of lets you go and watches as you continue inside of the tower.
Continues while blushing, but trying not to let everyone see that he's blushing.
Right. So a pair of gilded doors swing silently open into a chamber that looks much bigger than the outside of the tower. The huge room was a white marble floor and has white marble floor and walls. Many windows admit the sunlight and fresh air. Many elves stand here expectantly. The tallest elf here is dressed in a resplendent yellow robe, and his hair is tinged with silver. He steps forward eagerly, opening his arms to embrace Gilthanas and Porthios. "My sons, I thought I would never meet you in this world again." For a moment, joy rises in his voice, and then his manner becomes serious. "Gilthanas, what of your raid?" Lord Speaker, my father," says Gilthanas solemnly, "I have failed. We traveled with all stealth southward, as was planned, yet fate had us meet a northbound army of the Dragon Lord. I was struck upon my head and fell into a ravine, thinking that to be the end of my days upon the face of Krynn. Sometime later I awoke and found tracks leading northward to Solace, thinking to free my warriors who may have been taken prisoner. I followed. I found Solace had been taken and its vallenwood forest razed. Gasps ring through the council chamber as the thought of the mighty forest leveled. Gilthanas lowers his eyes and speaks his next words with a difficulty. I found my companions in the square, tied to stakes made from the fallen trees. A large red dragon soared above them. I watched the people of Solace forced into a large circle around the captives. A great and evil leader ridden by a beast-like mask, rode the red dragon downward beside the stakes in the square. He spoke as the serpent landed. I am Verminard, dragon lord of this realm. I have need of all mortal beings in the great work of the dragon lords. Those who obey shall serve me. Those who do not shall feel my wrath. Then the dragon breathed flame upon my fellows. Gilthanas' voice trails off, and he gestures towards Theros Ironfeld. A kind of madness came over me, and had not this man restrained me, I too would have been burned into nothingness. He risked his life for me, and indeed suffered the loss of his arm for the crime of protecting a frightened elf. Gilthanas then looks at the heroes. And it is this plainswoman who healed him. It closed the wound. I witnessed it with my eyes, and there's gasps all around. No, this cannot be. The clerics fled, Ancelon. They fled all of Krynn, hundreds of years before. No, father, I swear it to be true. And he looks over at Goldmoon. Can you please tell him it's true?
Goldmoon will step forward and pull out her holy symbol and say, "Yes, it is very true."
The speaker sort of slowly walks forward as if to reach his hand out and pulls it back. I cannot believe this. The gods abandoned us hundreds of years before in the cataclysm. He sort of starts to reflect to himself. It was the worst of times, the great sundering, claims the speaker. We keep what we know in memory, in song. It was then that the great darkness fell, but now, as our poet will tell you, the darkest of the gloom is lifting. All right, and before we go on, we are at our time, so that is where we're going to end today's session. Thank you all so very much for joining and making this wildly entertaining. I know that battle took a really long time, but now that we've done the traditional Advanced Dungeons & Dragons form of combat, I do want to make some changes that I've done in the past in order to help speed it up and make it a little bit more fluid. We'll talk about that next session, but for all of you watching, thank you so much for tuning in to this actual play of Advanced Dungeons & Dragons DL2 Dragons of Flame. Did you enjoy this Dragonlance adventure session? What do you think of the freeing of all of the slaves from the caravan? Leave a comment below, or you can always email me at info@dlsaga.com. I would like to take a moment and invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, ring the bell to get notified about upcoming videos, and click the like button. It all goes to help other Dragonlance fans learn about this channel and its content. This channel is all about celebrating the wonderful world of the Dragonlance Saga, and I hope you'll join in that celebration. For everyone here, my name's Adam with Dragonlance Saga, and until next time, Sláinte mhath.